So, in terms of your first day at job, were you anxious? Like, what happened? How did it, like, a first day and first week go?
I just showed up and listened. I listened to the daily stand up. I walk around with a notebook all the time, and I'm always taking notes, and I'm always asking questions. I have no shame in asking questions. But yeah, I listen to everybody. I listen to what they're saying, what the project is, how far into the project they are. I absolutely had no idea, even high level, what they were doing because who knows? Anytime you go to a new job, you're never going to know the project. And it took like at least 2 months to fully understand what they're doing. But yeah, I think just listening and asking questions because they know you're new, they're not going to assume that you know everything.
Yeah.
And I'm also training the new guy, and I helped select. We did like interviews for 3 candidates I was a part of, and I selected this particular person. I gave my feedback on everybody. His technical skills are very strong, and he has different approaches to testing different things, different devices. His ideas are crazy. I loved it. And, as someone who is an equal, a normal person would feel threatened by it. But I said, I may have the communications, I may have the soft skills, I may know the project, but I think having him on board, it would be like 50-50. It'll be like that full cup of water that you need to get this project going. And it's been great. And I'm learning a lot from him. He's learning a lot from me.
I don't know how to heal those people with psychological insecurity.
Yeah.
It looks like you're not insecure.
No,
You're
no,
you're
no
pretty
insecurities.
confident.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you understand that you don't know everything,
Hmm.
accepting it, and also that means that that gives you like the realistic assessment of yourself. And you said
Exactly.
when you see somebody more technical or something is they have a better competency in different area than you, when different people come together, that's why we need team to get things done.
Exactly.
I think that's something that you have
Yeah.
that contributes to your success as well.
Yeah.
One more thing that I realized just from your what you said, until 2 months you were just asking questions, have no shame asking questions. It
Yeah.
means that you're observing, you're learning,
Hmm.
you're taking notes. Probably I would say you're going home and you're reviewing your notes and Googling
Yeah.
ChatGPT,
Yeah.
Perplexity,
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
stuff, right? And I had to let go of one of our employees
Hmm.
last year. One of our team member hired someone as instructor. The person came in and after 3 days started throwing people under the bus because she had like 20 years of ESL experience, and I had a guy who was immigrant with a little bit accent,
Hmm.
and he was teaching ESL for like a 6 months. And the guy worked really hard to develop the curriculum, stuff like that. And there's more context of his curriculum that he designed for ESL for Tech curriculum because he's a foreigner, which is genuinely second language for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
English as a second
Yeah.
language
Yeah.
is genuinely second language for him. And he had to learn English after a certain age. And he understand,
Yeah.
people coming from that background. Also, he had to learn tech later. So not only learning English, he has to learn tech, and both starting from scratch after a certain age of life. So the guy worked really hard to develop that curriculum and start teaching. What the new person did is she's like, oh, I have 20 years experience. Like now I'm in a position to tell people how miserable they are, miserable they are, right? So she started like finger pointing.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, bro, you came like 3 days ago. Come on, man. Spend some time to understand the context of why a certain decision has been made long time
Yeah.
ago. So if you even want to find out what people did something wrong in a company, not maybe with the first months, after establishing your understanding in the company culture, company business model, the team, the project, all the context. 2 years ago, they made a decision on, I don't know, some deployment issues, right? Or some cybersecurity patch, right? Or some framework. I mean, you cannot judge it from today's perspective.
Yeah.
You cannot judge the guy who was wearing diaper 3 years ago. In a different time, in different
Yeah.
stage, you make different decision. So without having context, they just judge people, right? So I would say if people learn from this, like you, until 2 months, like take your note, learn, don't finger point, don't throw people under the bus, don't think
Yeah.
that you know better than other people just because the decision looked dumb in the beginning. When you dig into it, oh, maybe 3 years ago, this was the way that they saved the company.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing that people don't understand this.
Yeah, and never snitch on anyone. We never it's like being in school, if something I wanna say if something goes wrong, because obviously you have to figure it out, but if I misunderstood something, I'll never say, "Well, this is the guy who told me." I'll just take ownership, like, "Sorry, I misunderstood what I was told. Let me get it correctly. Do you want me to do this?" I'll never say, like, even if it's someone gave me that wrong information. I mean, you're a team. You don't wanna throw anyone under the bus, and it's
So
not killing anyone, so, yeah, have grace.
so recently we start a new project,
Mhm.
and it's a technical project in terms of software development, right? We do have development team. Now we're utilizing a lot of AI on it, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's from the requirement to the design, there's so many things AI is doing so well. When AI or intelligence become like commodity, what does that mean? We used to hire people for the things we don't know that only they do. We paid for their knowledge,
Mhm.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, like, tell me one thing that that person knows that ChatGPT doesn't. I don't think so.
Yeah.
So now, all of a sudden, we realize no longer we pay people for what they know that we don't, because ChatGPT knows, AI knows, large language models knows. What do we pay people now? Can we trust this person's character?
Yeah.
Is he or she has principles? In difficult time, how this person is going to act in the company? Will they cheat? Will they lie? I think whether it's from the character or personality perspective, whether it's like what you said is communication, soft skills, because AI cannot communicate, cannot have the facial expression, cannot have the emotional intelligence because it's artificial.
Yeah.
When the artificial becomes so cheap everywhere, what's going to happen? Like, just imagine right now, like companies like grocery stores like Wegmans or Whole Foods or Trader Joe's is more popular today.
Yeah.
Why? Because they're more organic. When everything is artificial, organic is expensive
Yeah.
now. So when artificial intelligence is so cheap, now people will start appreciate more. Like people like you know, do not snitch, right?
Yeah.
Don't throw people under the bus. Don't
Exactly.
finger point like a day
Yeah.
one. Listen, learn, collaborate, teamwork. I think it's going to become way more important when AI is taking over the world.
Yeah. You have to show your human skills. You have to be compassionate. You always have to think about your colleague if they're having a good day or a bad day. Like if they're in a bad mood, they're probably overworked. You just have to put their feelings like in the forefront to see. Yeah, just let it
Yeah.
go. Yeah, you can't
I,
be combative and
I can kind of say now, no longer your success depends on Java or coding
yeah.
or Python. Your success depends on having the foundational technical skills, but human skills is gonna be the thing that will make you stand out in an AI
Exactly.
driven market.
Yeah.